So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 11 of our Team Lotus save here on F1 Manager 24. Now if you didn't watch the last episode, exciting Grand Prix it was in Barcelona, in Catalonia. Charles Leclerc winning from Carlos Sainz, a very close battle on the final lap to decide the winner out of the two Ferraris. You'll notice Liam Lawson finished in P10, scored a single point for the team. We were rather happy with that. Enzo Fittipaldi in P12. So, yeah, decent performance all in all. But the exciting thing is, this weekend we have a big upgrade on the car, and that is a new rear wing, which has meant that we are now in 7th for the low-speed cornering. We are 5th at high-speed cornering. This should be very, very effective, particularly for Austria, which is where we go to this weekend. To bring you up to date with the standings, constructors wise, we are just 2 points behind Visa Cash App RB. Ferrari are leading from McLaren. Driver standings wise, Charles Leclerc is leading from Max Verstappen. It's very close between Verstappen and Lando Norris for that second spot. Fittipaldi's in P12 on 12 points, whereas Liam Lawson's got 7 points and he's in P13. There, of course, are your F2 drivers and constructors, and also the F3 constructors and drivers as well. As aforementioned, we go to Spielberg in Austria. It is a sprint weekend, so expect a bit of a longer episode. 71 laps, the quickest lap of the Grand Prix calendar. Car attributes, high speed cornering. Lucky we've got a nice upgrade for that. Expected strategy is a 2-stop. You can try a 1-stop as well. We know with the tyre deck sometimes we have to be a bit creative with strategies here at Team Lotus at this moment in time. But everything being said, I shall see you in sprint quali for the Austrian Grand Prix. Final laps then in sprint qualifying 3. We have been comfortably into Q3 as well. This bodes very, very well for Saturday and Sunday. Liam Lawson not improving enough. Still is P5, but what can Fittipaldi do? Fittipaldi's looked pretty handy this weekend so far as well. Where will Fittipaldi? It was a decent middle sector for the young Brazilian driver. Now, where or where is he going to finish up here? Fittipaldi crosses the line. It's only good enough for P7, but both cars will be starting in the points-paying positions for the sprint race. And there is your sprint qualifying results. Perez, Leclerc and Piastri and Hamilton will be the first four. Liam Lawson in P5 and Fittipaldi P7. Let's see what tyres we're on for Saturday. Right, ladies and gentlemen, nothing too crazy. We've got a selection of tyres for tomorrow's Grand Prix, but we're going to go for the medium just so we've left ourselves a set of hard for both cars. So both on mediums, P5, P7 to the sprint race.
Austria, we're all ready to go for the sprint. It's lights out and away we go.
And away we go, and it is a decent start for Checo Perez. Charles Leclerc in P2 trying to get up alongside him. Liam Lawson trying to hold on to P5 and possibly getting to P4, but Liam Lawson runs wide off the start. Liam Lawson drops down to P9. Oh, all the good work from yesterday from Liam Lawson, and he's dropped all the way down to P10. Really poor start from Lawson, but Fittipaldi looking to make up for it in the other Lotus because he's passed the Carlos Sainz Ferrari. So Fittipaldi straight away up into P5. Great work from him. Liam Lawson though, shocking start all the way down to P10. Perez leads away from Piastri. Lawson trying to undo some of the damage, and he's managed to get past not one Alpine but two. He's now past Pierre Gasly. Lovely work around the outside from Liam Lawson. He's now back up into P8 now, Liam Lawson. So he's back in the points paying positions. He's going to be looking to chase after George Russell, and we're going to give him the tools to do it. We're going to tell him to deploy and get after that Mercedes, which is currently being held up by Enzo Fittipaldi, but Fittipaldi's now tucked back in behind Carlos Sainz, which might help him, to be fair, because now he can look to get this DRS, and hopefully this will help him manage George Russell behind. But lap 3, Piastri now leading. Leclerc's 1.2 seconds back, but Fittipaldi and Lawson doing very, very well. I think Fittipaldi's enjoying this race because now he's just got past Carlos Sainz again. Lovely work from Fittipaldi. He's back up into P5. He's enjoying himself, is Fittipaldi. It's fantastic work from the young Brazilian driver, and he's in P5. He's got Leclerc in front of him, but he's keeping attacking Carlos Sainz, and now Sainz, Russell, Lawson and Fittipaldi are all in this little DRS train, and now we can see Sainz having to go at Fittipaldi. Will the Mercedes fancy it? He won't get the chance, but that Ferrari will get DRS again, and now Fittipaldi has got work to do because he's got his teammate Liam Lawson attacking the Mercedes. It's a double-pronged attack from Lotus on Mercedes. The Mercedes, will it go down the inside? It's 3 wide into turn 3, and Liam Lawson gets up into P7, and George Russell and him will both get DRS, and now Liam Lawson's up into P6. He might fancy a crack at the Ferrari as well. It's all action here in Spielberg. George Russell sadly has got Liam Lawson because he got the DRS, and it was job done. By the time George Russell got to the braking zone into turn 1, it was done and dusted. But Liam Lawson's hung on well there, done very, very well indeed. George Russell up into P6 now. It's P7 for Lawson, who's now getting the DRS off the Mercedes of George Russell, and Fittipaldi's tagging onto the back as well. Both Lotus cars doing exceptionally well here, and Russell hasn't got the DRS of Sainz, lap 6. Incident on track involving one of our cars, and it's George Russell and Fittipaldi down the inside. Goes for the move, and Fittipaldi... It's not actually, it's Lawson. Lawson tags George Russell, and George Russell is very, very upset with that. It was aggressive driving from the Red Bull driver, but at the moment there's no damage to Liam Lawson's car, but Fittipaldi is managing to break the DRS of George Russell. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson behind into the final couple of corners is going to be attacking this Mercedes, of which we ride on board with Liam Lawson. George Russell's obviously got a problem now. I'm wondering if he has got front wing damage. As we switch to the rear view camera, it's Fittipaldi who has got the 5-second penalty. So interesting there. Fittipaldi, 5-second penalty for him. Liam Lawson in P7, still fighting with George Russell, who's got DRS, as has Fernando Alonso. And look how powerful that DRS is, my word. And then it's very close to making contact again, and both cars get past him. Lawson drops out with the points, and Fittipaldi has got a 5-second penalty. That has not been a good couple of corners for the Lotus team. Fernando Alonso has turned the afterburners on here. He's got DRS once again, and he's now attacking Fittipaldi. It must be said George Russell's taken a pit stop, which has dropped him all the way towards the back, which really has hopefully secured us some points in this sprint race. But as it stands now, Alonso has got past Fittipaldi. Liam Lawson is struggling as well. The Team Lotus cars just seem to have slowed down a little bit in this middle stint. I'm sure it'll come back to us. Fittipaldi, though, 3.1 seconds now behind Alonso, and Daniel Ricciardo is chasing. Daniel Ricciardo was under pressure from 2 Lotus cars, and it's got to be said, he couldn't handle the pressure. He ran wide onto the dirt, and that was Daniel Ricciardo put back a few places. Now it's all eyes on this little battle with Fittipaldi and Norris at the moment, because really we could do with Lawson getting in front of Fittipaldi and running in to the lead. So let's have a look what happens here, because here comes Lawson going past Fittipaldi, and Fittipaldi is going to fight it every little bit here. These 2 cars, we don't really do the team orders as much as we possibly could do. I prefer to let them race, but at the moment, Fittipaldi P7, Lawson P8, halfway mark. Perez leads from Piastri. Fittipaldi's sprint race is going a little bit pear-shaped here. He's just ran wide, and you can see there's a lot of battling going off behind as well. He rejoins the track, but Fittipaldi is not happy with that at all. He's now down to P11. Liam Lawson is our one remaining chance at points today with 7 laps to go. He's 2.3 seconds behind Norris, but crucially 3.1 ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. Must be said, he's going from bad to worse, this for Fittipaldi, because now he's fighting with Verstappen and an RB, and then he just spins out. I imagine Verstappen is absolutely fuming with Fittipaldi there, but fair play to Verstappen. He managed to avoid contact. Liam Lawson, it's 2.9 seconds now, the gap to Daniel Ricciardo. We're just making sure that we can manage this effectively here and make sure that we get this point, because I really don't want to lose points today. This has been one of the most significant falls from graces in the space of a sprint race I've ever seen, because Fittipaldi has been overtaken by Logan Sargent now. Incredible scenes here. Logan Sargent getting past him, and Fittipaldi is now down to P17. P17. His confidence is shot. His tyres are dead. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Here we go then, final lap of the sprint race, and it's pretty much done. Hamilton's going to finish P6, Alonso P7, but there we go. It is Liam Lawson who finishes in P8. It's a point for Liam Lawson. Sainz wins from Perez, but my word, that is a decent showing from Liam Lawson. Fittipaldi will not mention it. And there are your full sprint classified. Sainz wins from Perez, Piastri in P3, Leclerc P4, Lando Norris gained 13 positions on the day, Hamilton P6, Alonso P7, and a point for Liam Lawson. Fittipaldi, as we said, at P18, Magnussen, Zhou, there were a few that had a mare. Now let's get to qualifying for the feature race. Final lap in Q2 then, we felt that Liam Lawson was safe. He did a stonking first lap, by the way. So Liam Lawson in P7 at the minute, but Liam Lawson isn't improving by enough, and it's going to be a knockout in Q2 for Liam Lawson. Unfortunate for him there as we fast forward on, but Lawson's into Q3 and looking mighty quick this weekend. This is it then, final lap in Q3, and Liam Lawson is absolutely flying at the minute. He was green through the middle sector. Where can this put him? Liam Lawson, oh, it's only good enough for P6. He didn't have the best final sector. But Liam Lawson is going to start tomorrow's Grand Prix in P7. Verstappen is on pole, Perez in P2. It's a Red Bull lockout with Carlos Sainz in third and Lando Norris in fourth. Let's get to the strategy. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we have got rain on Sunday here in Austria, so we're expecting the rain to get damper out of the rain, to get damp, the track to get damp around at lap 35. So we're going to start on the hard compound tyre. We've tried looking at whether it's worth going for two softer compounds, but it doesn't appear to be. So Liam Lawson starting P7, Fittipaldi P12, rain-soaked Austria, could be fun.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. And here's George Russell, focusing on the race ahead of him.
There's potential for them starting 10th. If luck goes their way in the race, they could move up the pack.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
And away we go, and straight away it's all eyes on Liam Lawson starting in P7. He's been exceptionally quick all weekend. Everybody's on the hard compound tyre. There's a couple trying something a little bit different at the back, but this time it's somebody else that runs wide, and it's Piastri who runs wide. Liam Lawson learning from the mistake of yesterday, and he's straight away up into P5. Fittipaldi straight away looking to get on the cusp of the points as Fittipaldi goes into turn 3, goes down the inside of Lance Stroll, and he's now right on the back of that McLaren. Good start for both Team Lotus drivers as Perez and Verstappen lead away. Big crash on circuit. Unfortunately, it's not involving a Team Lotus driver because Alexander Albon right at the back tries to get a move into turn 1, locks up and just smashes the kick Sauber out of the way. He's sorry, he's Alexander Albon. He really ought to be fair. But Liam Lawson now, we've just calmed down on the fuel on the ERS, and we're tagging onto the back of this front pack. Lovely at this moment in time. Fittipaldi still tagging onto the back of Piastri as well. I couldn't have asked for a better start here in Spielberg. Still P5, sorry, and P11. I don't feel I can deal with this man much longer. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. He's in P5. He's in P5. Why? Why, oh why would he even consider making that manoeuvre? It's a shocking decision, and he's gone from P5 to P22. He's knackered his tyres up, which he does anyway. Liam Lawson this weekend had every chance. He could have possibly, and I know we might be speaking out of school here, he could have possibly got a podium. There was a realm, there was a scenario in which Liam Lawson got a podium today. Instead, he's going to be lucky to get a point. Fittipaldi, over to you, son. And Fittipaldi, over to you, son, seems to be taking shape because he's just managed to get past the Mercedes, and that is out to overtake. Beautiful work. He's following Piastri through at the moment. He's Enzo Fittipaldi, and we're enjoying. Do you know what? I am mega. I'm going to get a t. Do you know what? If he wins a world championship, I'm going to get some t-shirts printed with that. Fittipaldi up into P9 and still tagging onto the back of this McLaren. It's working so well for the young Brazilian at this moment. I mean, he's not just tagging onto the back of this McLaren. He's actually just overtaken at the McLaren of Oscar Piastri. Look at that for a move. This man knows how to overtake. This man knows how to drive. This man knows what it takes to be a Team Lotus driver. He keeps saying mega, but it's getting more and more mega by the moment because he's now, I believe, he's not quite got in the DRS of Lewis Hamilton, but these two battling in front might mean that he manages to get it. So Fittipaldi has now got DRS on Alonso and Hamilton. Superb from him. And yeah, we'll take that all day long. Alonso, you better watch out. We've got a crash on circuit, and I think it's going to involve our mate Enzo Fittipaldi. Let's have a little look. Piastri just tries to chuck it around the outside, and the door was firmly closed by Fittipaldi. Now, fortunately, that has not meant that we've got any damage, so we'll take that. We've no damage at this moment in time, but Fittipaldi now in P8, and Piastri's lost his front wing. There's been some callous driving so far, but Fittipaldi, no damage crucially. There are mistakes happening all over this circuit at the moment, and this time it's Charles Leclerc locking up into turn 4. Let's have a little look at this. Just carries on. The McLaren nearly followed him into it, but my word, it's all happening here in Austria at this moment in time. As we now come back to the live action, Fittipaldi now up to P7. I mean, there's P5 on the course for Fittipaldi today at least. Lap 10, we'll have Liam Lawson highlight, because Liam Lawson's just got past Pierre Gasly. Lovely work into turn 1. Fair play to Liam Lawson. We'll take that all day long. Right, let's switch back to the live action, and we can see Fittipaldi's now on the back of Alonso, but Alonso very much has lost Lewis Hamilton. So Fittipaldi now is really getting held up behind this Aston Martin. He needs to clear him pretty quickly. Needs to clear him pretty quickly, we said, and clear him pretty quickly he did. He got that DRS, lovely run up to turn 3, and it was job done by the time he got to the braking zone. Now, Fernando Alonso has got DRS back, which we're just taking a look at now. Will he go for the move? He doesn't. Fittipaldi covers him off nicely, and he's now got the position. P6 for Fittipaldi. Do you know, this is getting so frustrating, because I now feel we have got a car that is capable of scoring points. And as we can see here, Fittipaldi's just dropped an absolute clanger there, and that has dropped him down to P12. We could still get points today, but the positions we've been in, we'll take a look at Bottas versus Lawson just to make ourselves feel a little bit worse, because Bottas does manage to get up the inside of Liam Lawson, and into turn 3 it's job done. But this car now is starting to show that it's got potential to take good points, not just single points, and both drivers today have made errors which we just cannot compensate for. And it's gone from bad to worse. Fittipaldi's just gone and done this. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not working for us today now, is it? We've got Lawson and Fittipaldi, P11 and P14. Dear, oh dear. We've got the rain starting to come down. Tsunoda's just had a lock-up into turn 1, but we have got problems because our tyres, because of these spins, these lock-ups, we've absolutely crushed our hard compound tyres. But Tsunoda going on there, but now it's starting to get to time to the intermediate, so we're just about hanging on, but we need the rain now. We have had to bring in Liam Lawson. We physically couldn't wait any longer for him to come in. His tyres were absolutely done. I think he were in puncture territory. They were that bad. But in he comes for the intermediate compounded tyres. Let's see if it's a decent stop for Liam Lawson. It doesn't look good at all. What on earth are we waiting for? And we're waiting, and he's had a 6.8 second stop as Liam Lawson. Do you think he's going to be happy at that? I very much doubt it. We'll come back when Fittipaldi's in a minute. And into the pits comes Fittipaldi. So Liam Lawson is now just bringing these tyres in nicely. He's managed to keep them cool and not overcook them while it's been basically dry conditions. But into the pits comes Fittipaldi and Leclerc. Must be said, I think this is exactly the optimum time. It's just about to switch to the damp conditions. But let's hope Fittipaldi gets a decent pit stop, because he's had a bit of a mare at times as well. But that is a decent stop. And Charles Leclerc has retired from the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc is out of the Austrian Grand Prix. Track conditions now turn to damp. And where is Liam Lawson? Fittipaldi is out in P12. Liam Lawson in P13. That's worked very well indeed for Fittipaldi. So we're just over halfway through. Let's have a full rundown. Now everybody has pit. So it's Verstappen leading from Sainz. 8 seconds is the gap. Perez in P3, Norris P4, then comes Russell, Hamilton. Look at the gaps between the teams here. Piastri in P7, Aston Martins of Stroll and Alonso P8 and P9. Tsunoda scoring points at the moment for RB in P10, Ricciardo P11, and the two Lotuses in P12 and 13. Liam Lawson has finally made an overtake. He's managed to get past Daniel Ricciardo into turn 3, and he's so close to racing. Fair play to Liam Lawson. Now, the crucial thing is he has got around 20 laps, and those 20 laps, he has got to try and catch 8.4 seconds to Yuki Tsunoda. Can he do it? Let's hope so. We've had a crash on circuit and it's Zhou Guanyu. This has brought out a virtual safety car. Now, it must be said, we're not considered... That's a really bad one, to be fair, for Zhou Guanyu. That's going to cost him a fair few quid as well. But Zhou Guanyu is now going to be retiring, I would suggest, from that Grand Prix. And also, it must be said that really I've thought about pitting for an extra set of intermediates. It's just gone to dry compounds actually, but at the moment we're just harvesting a bit of energy, just getting his battery charged back up, ready to attack again, because we've managed to pull the gap to 4.5 seconds on Tsunoda. So if we can beat RB today, I would be happy with that. This could be absolutely crucial here as well, because Yuki Tsunoda has got a gearbox issue on his RB car. So it must be said now, Liam Lawson must be smelling blood here, because he can see Yuki Tsunoda in the distance, and at the moment his car is performing. His colleague's car isn't. He needs to charge up a little bit of battery again, but 15 laps to go, the gap is closing. And Yuki Tsunoda has basically gifted us the point. Let's have a look at this. He's going up into turn 3. You can see Lawson behind him. He's outbroke himself. Maybe it's something to do with that gearbox issue that he's got. But Liam Lawson drives past quite comfortably. And now, touch wood, unless there's some kind of massive debacle from Liam Lawson, which has been known to happen, Liam Lawson should secure another point for us today in our battle versus RB. Fittipaldi a little bit further back. We aren't going to catch Fernando Alonso at the front. Verstappen's got it won. This might be the quickest 10-lap highlights you've ever seen. Fittipaldi has got Daniel Ricciardo. It's been coming round the outside. Remember, he spun here earlier on, but he's found the grip this time, and Enzo Fittipaldi's up into P11. Great work from the young Brazilian driver. Liam Lawson comfortably at this moment in time is in P10. Bottas has retired. It's been a bad day if you're a Kick Sauber fan, but Liam Lawson now just trundling round, 6 laps to go. You know, when I said it's been known to happen, Liam Lawson has just gone and done this. He must get a thing about Alpines, because he was so fortunate there not to smash into the back of it. But Liam Lawson, fortunately, apart from knackering his tyres up, has not done too much more damage. So he's still on for P10 at this moment in time. We can see he's got minor underfloor damage as well. So Liam Lawson's very lucky that he's done it at this stage in the Grand Prix. But yeah, that's where we are at this moment. 1 lap to go. Everybody from P7 downwards has been lapped. Final lap of the Grand Prix, then we can see Max Verstappen. He's driving around pretty comfortably at this moment in time, as is Hamilton and Stroll. But Liam Lawson, is just starting his final lap. Ignore his race engineer, he's incorrect. We are. But Verstappen, we can see, coming round, he has been absolutely unchallenged today. 16 seconds. I thought he might fancy a little bit of pit stop practice under that VSC, but chose not to. But we can see now Max Verstappen coming around the final corner, and Max Verstappen wins in Austria at the Red Bull Ring. Fantastic from him. Carlos Sainz will finish in P2. Perez will finish in P3. There's going to be a couple of drivers that's going to be disappointed today, and none more so than the Team Lotus drivers, because it's got to be said, there was more in this for us today. There was huge points in this for us today. We could have possibly caught up with Aston Martin, but probably the youthful exuberance, the inexperience of our 2 drivers has cost us at times. But listen, they're going to improve. We're going to improve. It must be said that car is improving all the time. But as Liam Lawson comes around the final sector, it's fantastic work, really. We've got another point on the board. And remember, this is our first season in Formula 1. The returning to Formula 1. And Liam Lawson will come across the line and score another point. And Fittipaldi finishes P11. Let's get to the podium.
As always, there will be lots to talk about after that race, including the performance from the driver currently on our screens.
Just managing a finish in the points, having crossed the line in 10th.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Verstappen will be enjoying that. He's done very, very well today. He was simply in a league of his own. Max Verstappen wins from Carlos Sainz. Perez in P3, as we saw. Norris, Russell, Piastri, Hamilton, Stroll and Alonso scoring solid points again for Aston Martin, with Liam Lawson in P10 and Fittipaldi in P11. Driver standings-wise, Leclerc has his lead cut now. It's only 31 points from Max Verstappen. Lando Norris in P3 still. Perez jumps across above Piastri. Fittipaldi is on 12. But Liam Lawson scores another 2 points. Constructors standings wise, RB and Lotus are now tied on 21 points apiece. Ferrari in P1 with Red Bull in P2. McLaren dropped down to P3. Ladies and gentlemen, my word, it's all happening here at the moment. I hope you did enjoy that. Please do like and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. Ta-ra!